All right, so this one is a Virginia Bryant random and has a tip at the end. So there's a lot of you that like fruit on set, and there's gonna be some of you that are like, oh my god, there's fruit, but there's not oranges. And then there's gonna be some of you that are just like, oh my gosh, there's creamer, but there's not half and half. And oh my gosh, there's pop, but there's no Pepsi. Come on, you're not all going to be satisfied. And if you're one of those people, just think about all the different sets that you've been on. And if you've always been complaining, I think it's you. And then I'm going to just talk about complimentary breakfast. It's complimentary. And if it's served 30 minutes before call, don't show up at call trying to grab breakfast. Don't show up 10 minutes before a call trying to just grab breakfast. And when you grab breakfast and it took you 6 minutes to grab it, do you really think you're going to have it done and eaten within those 4 minutes and be ready at call to work? Most likely not. So if call's at 7 o'clock and you get there at 6:50 and it's 7:04 and you just finished, those 4 minutes really do push us sometimes into second meal at the totally end of the night. It is very crucial. It pushes into like our lunch. It pushes into the night. It's very crucial. And there's a lot of producers that are just super nice, and I get it when it comes to meals and treating our crew right, but you're not treating the producers right when you show up and then you're complaining that you didn't get breakfast, and you're just like, well, we show up and we just go right to work and yada yada, and we didn't get breakfast, and at 8:30 you're like running up to production saying we didn't get breakfast, is there any breakfast? And call was at 7. Well, it's 8:30. Should have showed up earlier to grab your breakfast. Or maybe you should have had somebody on your team grab breakfast for you and put it in your pocket if it's a breakfast sandwich. Or maybe put it all in a plate and put a plate on top of it and use, some of your tape or some staples and hold your breakfast. And then if it's 8:30, 9 o'clock when you guys get to it, that's when you guys get to it. But it's not us in production, or it's not up to production to think about holding breakfast until 8:30, because really at call it's up to them for safety hazards, or just for safety overall, food safety, just throw out the food. So think about that. So here's just my tip, because I just didn't want the video to go this long. My Virginia Bryant tip is brush daily twice. If you don't brush daily twice, then please floss daily. If you don't floss daily, then floss every other day. If you don't floss, then use mouthwash. If you don't use mouthwash, if you don't brush twice a day, if you don't floss, trust me, we can smell your breath. It stinks. And believe it or not, with your nose above your mouth, you can't smell how rancid your breath smells. That's it.